Welcome back to Movie Moshow. Today we are going to preview the horror film, The Viewing. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. English teacher Seiji Hasumi is well liked and esteemed by his colleagues. He completes his MBA at Harvard University and spends 2 years at the European investment bank Morgenstern. Hasumi goes back to Japan to teach high school. His actual character is concealed by his seeming charm, though. Hasumi is actually a sociopath who lacks empathy for other people. He has a serious antisocial personality disorder in particular. At the age of 14, Hasumi murders his parents as well as his previous tutor, turning him into a devilishly cunning killer. During his stay in the United States, Hasumi encounters Clay, an American who believes that killing people for fun is the same hobby as Hasumi. The fact that the two are carrying buckets filled with human blood, bones, and organs suggests that they collaborated in a number of murders. In the end, Hasumi kills his companion by knocking him out and setting him ablaze in a barrel, claiming that unlike Clay, who relishes murdering for the sake of it. Back in Japan, Hasumi decides to start by addressing the issue of school cheating before tackling issues like bullying and student sexual harassment. Prior to the tests, Hasumi gathers all of the students' cell phones and uses a cell phone jammer covertly to thwart any exam cheating. When none of the group's cell phones had service during the exam, the group of students who had previously cheated grew suspicious, and they immediately suspected the advisor of the radio club, Surei, a reclusive physics teacher. Surei then confronts them and makes it clear that he wasn't the one who caused the jamming. A dad is slain who frequently met with the school to voice his complaints about children harassing his daughter, Rina. He used to keep water bottles about his house to frighten cats, but someone has switched them out for kerosene. The man is a chain smoker, so the bottles quickly ignite and blow up. As soon as they meet, Surei confesses his misgivings about Hasumi to Keisuke, the shrewd ringleader of the cheating gang. Surei reveals that he has looked into Hasumi's past and discovered odd things, such as the fact that the other school where Hasumi began his teaching career had 4 student suicides in the future. To kill Surei and make his death appear as a hanging suicide, Hasumi confronted him after bugging the room and learning of Tsurui's suspicion. After Keisuke becomes alarmed upon hearing of Tsurui's suicide, Hasumi confronts him. Keisuke is knocked out and restrained by Hasumi until the conclusion of the school day, at which point Hasumi tortures him into confessing that he and his companions had been cheating. Before killing Keisuke and burying his body, Hasumi makes sure he didn't inform anyone else of Tsurui's concerns. Hasumi learns about a blackmail case at the same time frame from one of his students. Meka, the business owner, caught Mia, a female student, shoplifting but pledges not to prosecute her. Shibahara, a PE teacher, uses the fact that he has a recording of Mia admitting to shoplifting as leverage to force her to perform sexual favors for him or face legal repercussions. Hasumi informs Mia that a statutory rape and blackmail case is more serious than a shoplifting charge and that she is safe from the law and no longer needs to give in to the blackmail. Later, Mia runs into Hasumi on the school's roof. She gives him a hug of gratitude before they kiss and start dating. Hasumi learns that Kyum, an art instructor, is having a sexual relationship with a male student, and he blackmails Kyum into lending him the use of his lavish apartment. Later, Hasumi brings Mia to the flat where they have sex. Hasumi pressures Mia into granting him access to a private discussion forum that his pupils use online, where he makes allegations regarding the murder of Rina's father while blaming the troubled student Tadanuma, who had previously harassed Rina online. Following a fight at school, Hasumi asks Tadanuma out for a drink before killing him. The pupils later believe Tadanuma fled from his house. The time has come for the pupils in Hasumi's homeroom to spend the night at school working on an extravagant haunted house for the school's cultural event. As Mia had grown suspicious about Tadanuma's disappearance, Hasumi leads her to the rooftop, knocks her out, and throws her from the roof to fake her suicide. When a different student arrives to the roof in search of Mia, she discovers the fake suicide note that Hasumi wrote, and he promptly kills her as well. Hasumi comes up with a strategy right away because he has no way to conceal the fact that he killed the second pupil. Hasumi makes the decision to begin a massacre of his students at the school, for which he would frame Kyum, who frequently frequents a shooting range, by concealing his shoes while carrying out the murders. Throughout the carnage, Clay, Hasumi's former crime partner, can be seen speaking to him while holding his shotgun. Hasumi fools the majority of the students by utilizing the intercom to notify them of an intruder with a shotgun as soon as they hear the shotgun bangs. He then instructs the students to go to the roof, which he had previously barred access to, and wait until aid arrives. Another group of students hides inside the art room, closing it off with fire shutters and blocking the entry points while some students head to the roof stairs. Kakeru, a talented archer, manages to get away from the school with his archery equipment and locate a man who can call the police. Later, he returns to the school to save his crush. Satomi breaks both of her ankles when attempting to flee by rope out of the art room window. Hasumi begins to shoot at the two pupils when Kakeru calls her name to draw her attention to their presence. Kakeru prepares an arrow and shoots it at Hasumi, but Hasumi responds by shooting as well, diverting the arrow and killing both Kakeru and Satomi. Unaware that they did not knot the rope Satomi had used to rappel down, the group of students who are still in the art room believe they are safe. As she ascends the rope, Hasumi begins to slaughter the group. Two pupils survive the carnage by dressing themselves as two of their deceased classmates and hiding within the school. In order to deceive Hasumi into believing that the dead are the final two students on his checklist trying to flee, they throw the bodies down an emergency escape chute. One of the two remaining students alerts the police to the fact that the school's training defibrillator records audio and contains evidence of one of the murdered students speaking his murderer's name before being killed by Hasumi, foiling Hasumi's attempts to conceal his actions after the school shooting by making it appear like he had been handcuffed, knocked out, and then committed suicide with Hasumi's shotgun. Hasumi intends to utilize his newly acquired understanding of Norse mythology as his defense upon his imprisonment by asserting that his deeds are the will of God. Hasumi is labeled as crazy by the student who discovered the defibrillator, but the other survivor states that Hasumi is starting the next game. After calling out Hasumi's name and revealing that Mia survived after being thrown over the school's roof, the movie ends with the phrase "to be continued." Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.